Fans have been looking forward to a rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, but Manny has fired back at Floyd for supposedly canceling the fight. When people consider the fact that Floyd Mayweather is still fighting and making money from his exhibitions, many people wonder why he does it in the first place. According to Joe Rogan, it's all about the money, and Joe stated, "What's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also, the money. He spends so much money. If he's playing for the future, you've got to keep it coming if you're going to keep spending the way he spends. He needs that money. The money's got to keep coming if you're going to live like this. He's only 46. He does this with everything. He's got $1 million watches." Oscar de la Hoya definitely felt as though the rematch between Manny and Floyd was all about getting the money while they still could, but he was okay with that from a business aspect.
More power to them, I guess. If they want to step in the ring and they make money, great. But yeah, that's all it is. It's a money grab. I mean, I would be silly to say, well, I would never do that because it's, I'm not fighting a real fight. I'm not giving the fight fans, the best of me, and I'm just trying to make money. Yeah, more power to them, I guess. If people are gonna buy it here and support it, then it's great. I mean, it's more visibility and more eyeballs to the sport of boxing, and that's what it's all about for me as a promoter. So, but as a fighter, I don't really agree with it.
Manny Pacquiao's manager, Sean Gibbons, didn't think that Floyd would ever rematch Manny, and he's felt that way ever since it was first an option back in 2020. A post by Steve Kim stated, "Sean Gibbons says that Manny Pacquiao's return will be in June or July, and says that the three targets are Spence, Danny Garcia, and Porter. As for Mayweather, Gibbons says, Mayweather's told us, I'm retired, I'm not fighting." It's the mentality of keeping Floyd's perfect record that has Devin Haney thinking that Floyd has messed up the sport of boxing for everyone trying to climb the ladder. Devin stated, "We could change the whole dynamic of boxing and make it like the UFC. Those guys fight each other, lose, and fight again in maybe even bigger fights after a loss. Floyd made boxing bigger, but he kind of messed up the game with the undefeated record, so guys don't want to fight each other. They want to keep the O." While many people believe that Floyd is ridiculous for taking all of these exhibition fights, he doesn't think so, and he has the numbers to back it up.
Now this is crazy. I bought myself out my contract from Top Rank for $750,000. When I left them, the McGregor, the Pacquiao, and the Canelo fight, I made $750 million just with those three fights.
Yeah. Ricky Hatton thinks that the exhibitions are a smart way to give the fans a fight they want without the fighters really getting hurt too, and Ricky stated, "The one thing as boxing fans is seeing our heroes come back and get hurt by giving it one more go and getting knocked out and destroyed. But I'm all for the exhibitions because you can see your heroes one last time to showcase their skills and not get hurt. There's a lot of things going on in boxing these days with YouTubers fighting UFC and UFC fighting boxers, but as long as people know that the exhibitions are glorified spars and showcase their skills one last time, you don't have to worry about seeing your hero getting knocked out and hurt." According to Freddie Roach, he sat down and talked to Manny recently about the supposed rematch, and Manny told him that Floyd is only interested in one thing. Freddie stated, "I sat with Manny at a show. He came in to see his son fight. He gave me some names of who he wanted to fight, but I thought that to get the Mayweather fight. And he says the only thing with him, he just wants all the money. The other thing is Mayweather, he's just not interested in the fight to me." Meanwhile, Jeff Mayweather thought that this rematch was the most relevant fight in the boxing community as of late, and he stated, "Yeah, obviously it's still relevant, and probably it's going to be more people wanting to see that fight than the biggest fight they have here in terms of the generation of fighters that they have right now." Floyd and Manny have gone back and forth on who they think has done more for the sport of boxing, and both of them feel like they've done more than the other.
And when we talk about TBE, it's for a reason. Now, one thing about him, he's a hell of a fighter. When we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. but nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
マニーの言葉を信じてボコボコにされるように騙されてはいけません。
じゃあパキオさん。
Well, he's older than me. I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind because to get eight different weight division is not that easy. So that's a prestigious accomplishment in boxing, and I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat they might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter. That's what I can say a best fighter in the world.
According to Sean Gibbons, it looks as though the rematch between Floyd and Manny is going to have to be revisited now, along with other potential fights though, and Sean stated, Manny and Gervonta Davis match up really well, and that would be a fun fight. It's a matter of being able to make the fight, and that's the difficult part. To close out his career in Saudi, it makes so much sense because they love him in that area, so we'll keep focusing on that first, and we'll see what comes up. Manny has said this before, age is a number. He's still operating at the highest level of the sport and beginning camp this week in his hometown ahead of preparing for the April 20th exhibition fight in Thailand. Conor McGregor has said he is fighting in the UFC in June, so there's nothing happening at all there, but it can be revisited alongside Floyd Mayweather. They are fights he could do at 100 years old, off the couch with ease. Floyd definitely doesn't feel as though the result would change in a rematch against Manny, and Floyd stated, I won. I knew I won. I knew I was the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm going to win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm going to win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm going to win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao just is not a better fighter than me. Nowhere around the board. He was a beat fighter from round 1. He knew it. He knew he couldn't beat Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. You will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. When asked why he bothers doing the exhibitions and doesn't want his legacy tainted by real fights with fighters like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd mentioned that the money was in the exhibitions. Floyd stated, when I was in the sport, I wanted to be world champion. I wanted to be the best. But then it gets to a point you say, I'll let you guys argue and talk about who won the most belts. When the history book is written, you will see Floyd Mayweather, out of all the fighters, as the smartest one. Big checks. You all can win the most belts, that's fine. I wanted the most checks. I wanted the biggest checks. I don't know the numbers they're getting. They could be getting 7 million, 8 million, 10 million. Remember this, I don't leave anything on the table. Even with these exhibitions, why do you keep doing it? It's free money. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.